Hi guys, welcome to the Analyst Stage, and today I'm going to talk about how do these operators, how do these so-called operators, they actually manipulate the stock prices in the share market. Now, this is a quite new topic, and I'm very sure there are people who are actually doing their MBAs or those who have already done with the MBAs. Even sometimes they are not aware, how does these things work. So this is my small attempt to kind of give you guys an idea how do these stock operators actually manipulate this share price. Definitely, if you are an active trader in the stock market or maybe a long-term investor, you might have understood that yes, or by now you might have kind of accepted the fact that there is somebody called as an operator, and they definitely play with the prices of the shares. Now what I'm going to do this in this tutorial, I'm going to give you guys a basic understanding, a theoretical understanding that how do these operators actually play with the stock prices, how do they manipulate, where the economy theory, when you talk about the economics, where does the economic theory actually fails down. And later on we're going to see a couple of real case studies. I'm going to show you a case study of a couple of companies, and I'm also going to show you a real case study of Reliance Industries with the share price movement of like couple of days. Like today is like what, 24th April. We're going to talk about last 5 days ka share price movement, and I'm going to tell you how this game exactly works. Now let's move ahead. So you might have seen, sometimes you bought a share at a very high price. Let's just say you bought the share at 2,000 rupees, and like in a day's time, or maybe in 2 days time, or maybe on a same day, if you are into the intraday, you might see that the share price, or after 2-3 days, you might see that the share price have actually touched 1,000 rupees, or it may be touching 500 rupees, wherein you have around about 50% or more than 50% losses. And when you talk about the retail investors, definitely, most of the time the retail investors are the sort of or type of investors who get a big hit, as far as these operative things are concerned. So you might feel that, what, I bought a share at this price and then I kind of, had to book a loss now. So this is something that you might have seen lot many times in the share market, or you might have seen this kind of scenario wherein the share was bought at a very low price and immediately it became a rocket. So again, I'm going to discuss this with you. There are a couple of approaches that you need to understand as an investor or as a trader, predominantly as a trader, I would say, if you're a retail trader. And again, this is something has been happening in today's world also. It happened in the year 2000. It happened in the year 2008, and it is happening in the year 2020 also, right? The price fluctuation will always be there. It's just that you need to understand, is it fundamentally, is it technically, or it's just neither fundamental nor technical, or something else is happening. Fine. So you might have seen these kind of things. Now, when you talk about this share price movement, okay, when you talk about the share price movement, the first thing as a trader or as an individual that you would resort to is the fundamentals of a company. Okay, and a lot of people do not actually focus at it. Bigger trader, I can say that it takes a lot of time to look at the fundamentals and then kind of come to the intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is I think it's a beautiful concept, to be very honest. So you need to understand the intrinsic value, and that is something that you can understand via fundamental analysis. Now, being a trader, we would actually resort a lot to technical analysis, wherein definitely we will kind of take care of the Japanese candles. We'll take some help from them. There are a couple of stuff I can talk about. Fibonacci retracement is there. Then Marubozu candles are there. So then we understand how is going to be the the volatility. Okay, what's going to be the price movement in the future, and that's how we will take the position in the market. Now, when you do all this kind of thing, right, you still feel that I was actually expecting price to go down, but the price is moving to the another direction, or maybe the opposite direction of what you wanted it to actually move. Now, most of the time, this is where the operator game would start. It means somebody is actually manipulating the share price of that particular company. When you do not have a proper fundamental, or when you say that your fundamental and technical analysis are failing. Okay, now let's understand the game of the operator. Now, first of all, let's understand who are these operators. Now, number one, it can be an individual who's got loads of money. Okay, it can be an organization, okay, who is actually investing a huge chunk of money, or it can be a syndication. Now, what do you mean by syndication? Syndication, maybe there are a couple of individuals or a couple of organizations coming together, having a beautiful corpus, and then investing that corpus into the company's share. Fine. Now, number four, these can also be called as insiders. Now this is something you guys might be aware of. This can be called as insiders. Okay, now these guys, so there are two things that they do, right? So they have the inside news because of which they are able to manipulate the share price, or they don't have the news and they pick up a stock and they start manipulating it. Okay, now how these things will work, I'll give you a detailed understanding. Now what happens when you are into the investment? So let's just say there's a company, the name of the company is, just say ABC limited company. Okay, it's listed on, let's say, National Stock Exchange, and the company's current share price, let's just say it's 100 rupees. Okay, it's 100 INR. Now nothing is happening in this entire company. The company is doing a business, maybe company is not fundamentally that great, maybe the promoters are not that great. There are a lot of things that you definitely do not want to actually buy the shares of this company. Now how it works is, let's just say there is an operator. Okay, the name of the operator, let's just say XYZ is an operator. Okay, then this guy, he chooses this company to play around. So what do they do is, they'll buy, let's just say 10,000 shares of the company at the face value or at the trading price of rupees 100. Not face value is different and the trading share price is different. Fine, so 10,000 has been bought. Then what happens? Maybe the price is going down, or maybe the price is coming up. So if this price becomes 110, it's a good thing. If this price become 90, then there is something called as averaging. So this guy might want to do the averaging kind of thing, wherein he'll buy more at every dip in the share price. Fair enough. Now the next stock that he would pick up should be around about 50,000 shares, then round about 1 lakh shares. Now understand this guy or this organization has been picking up the stocks in the market. Now what happens when you talk about the retail investors? See, always remember, there's nothing wrong, but it's just a psychology that whenever your share price is moving, right, when there is a spike, when you see a spike, retail investors will actually enter at this level, but retail investors will not enter at this level. You're getting my point? So the moment there is a spike, and how the spike comes into picture, these things are basically depends on the volume. Here the law of demand actually falls untrue. It's an exception. What LOD or law of demand teaches us, when the price of a stock or when the price of a commodity goes up, the demand for that commodity goes down. But in the stock market, it works inverse kind of a thing. It's an inverse relationship. The moment you see the price going the ladder up, there will be more demand. So what happens? Let's just say these shares are picked up by the operator, 10,000, 50,000 and 1 lakh. So 1,60,000 shares this guy is now holding, and then the retail investors would see that, this stock is moving the ladder up, something is happening in this company, great, let me put some money. So now he's not buying anything. Okay, he's not buying anything. So what did he do is, he actually made 100 price to 105, and then there is a lot of retail investors, they start buying the entire share price. They start buying entire shares, and because of which there is an huge increase in the volume immediately. I'm not saying that in a day's time, maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a month's time, right? And the share is moving the ladder up, it's not coming down, and everybody now got their eyes on it, and they keep on buying. Because of there is high demand, there's a jump in the price. So this 100 rupees immediately kind of later on becomes 150. Getting my point? Now for the fact this guy out here, we are assuming that 1,60,000 is a big chunk. Now what happens immediately? The moment this price touches 150, this guy who's called as the operator, he's now, for him, it's now a profit booking moment. Profit booking moment means he's gonna sell off all his 1,60,000 shares, and he is getting here flat 50% discount, flat 50% profit. So he bought the entire thing at round about average price as 100 rupees or maybe less than the 100. Now he's going to sell it at 150. Now the moment you see somebody selling huge amount of money in the market, what will happen eventually? The same relationship will be applicable. The more you see sell happening, the price of a share will come down, and then people will see losses. Basically the retail investors will see losses. Now I'm going to show you a proper case study which will help you to understand this thing in even better manner. You guys a little heavily give up is that this is the kind of a program that we run. It's called as Be a Certified Financial Analyst, arranged by Analyst Edge. And these are the models that we cover. We start from a basic level. You may be an MBA aspirant, or you may be somebody who is doing the undergraduation and want to get career in finance. You can join this because we are covering a lot of stuffs out here, and everything that we teach is basically on the practical level. The way I am actually giving you this video, same way we are actually helping students to understand the practicality. Fine. Now let's move ahead. Okay, now so if you look at, here is a chart. Okay, now look at this. This is February 13, this is July 12, and what do we have is November 11. Now if you look at this, this is the company name. Okay, this is the company name out here. Here's the company, and what you have here is the price on 20th November and price on 19 December. So that's a 1 month time. So these are the companies: Sri Ashtavinayak, JSW Steel and all that. Now look at this. The price of a share was 257. Okay, right after a month it becomes 122, 52.5% down. Now understand this: if your company is fundamentally good, okay, if your company is fundamentally good, you will not see your share going down the line by 52%. I mean, I don't understand the current scenario of COVID-19. We know that because this is a pandemic, the share price have gone down by 50%. But November 2011, we had no event like that, and still you can see the share price moving down the line. Now I'll give you another example, which is here. So these are the companies, a couple of companies out here. Look at the change in the price. A share which is at 296 rupees on 25th February 2013 is actually becoming 57.52 rupees right after 3 to 4 days. So this is the price move in 4 days. So somebody had sold this share at 296, because of which there was a bulk selling. The share came down and hit low of 57.52. Now this is what the current example. You can pause the video and have a look at the the entire price. Now I'll tell you something about the Reliance before we move ahead. Fine. Now this is just my personal opinion. Okay, this is something kind of a guesswork that I'm doing. Okay, I'm not sure about this, but yeah, this is something, a kind of a thing that we should be making a note of. Now look at this price. On 21st April, Reliance Industries share opens at 1210. Okay, 1,210 rupees is the share price per share. The high that has been made by the share is around about 1252. Okay, and the low is made by 1164. Now look at this low. It is 1164, and everybody started panic. There was a panic in the market, like everybody, because share price is going down because you opened at 1210. The high you made is like 1252. But again, if you look at from 1210 touching 1164, when the share price is going down like 40-50 rupees in a single day, there is a problem. Now you imagine this. Now have a look at this. From here, 1164, the share price of Reliance, the closing of this entire share was 1237. So the share was up by 50 bucks or more than 50 bucks, 70 bucks close by. Fine. So the share price went till 1164. Then it closes at 1237 on 22nd April, when there was an announcement of Reliance Jio and Facebook deal, which was like 9.9% stake and around about $5.7 billion investment by Facebook in Reliance Jio. Look at the share price. The share actually closed at 1363. Okay, which is more than 100 rupees, I would say 150 rupees close by. Imagine somebody actually took this price like 1164, they took it to 1237, they pumped in, like they actually bought it. So at this level there was a good buying. There was a good buying at a low level. Share price went till this 1237, and the next day people will be selling it at 1363, because if you look at the next day, which is 23rd April, the share did not move. It moved only by $7. You getting my point? And if you look at the 24th November, you see the share has actually jumped again by round about 30-40 bucks. This is because the Moody's and the S&P 500, the research companies have given this deal a green signal. So positive kind of sentiments in the market. So this is where this entire operator game would work, and this is what you guys need to understand. If you are new into the stock market, or if you're trying to invest in the stock market, you kind of need to kind of follow the price movement as far as your shares are concerned. You getting my point? I'm not saying that this is happening purely because of the operators. The concept of operator does exist in the market, but again, when you see all these things, yeah, it is kind of understood that yes, the things are happening. Somebody's actually playing with it. Again, disclaimer is that this might be a fundamental problem. This might be a business problem. This might be a universal problem like COVID-19 and all that. I'm just trying my level best to kind of educate you guys out here. I hope you like this video, and that's it from my side, guys, for the day.